Together, they're a caramel miracle. Welcome to MsMojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 Cece and Schmidt moments on New Girl. For this list, we'll be looking at some of the funniest, most heartwarming, and most endearing moments from this New Girl it couple.
I'm sorry for this, but I like you.
And I like you too so much. Call a nurse, call a male nurse.
Number 10, their first meeting. The first time Cece and Schmidt meet isn't great, but it is unforgettable. Cece threatens the guys if they let anything bad happen to Jess, while Schmidt is just his douchey self.
Was it Cece? Cecilia? Cecilia?
When you think about this moment compared to where they end up, it's just amazing to think about how much they grew together.
There it is. Douchebag.
Despite both of their worst efforts, it was evident even early on that there was something important there between them. Who could forget that time they fell asleep holding hands? And though we didn't see it in the pilot, it's later revealed that during that first meeting, Schmidt even predicted he would marry Cece someday.
Girl, I'm gonna marry you.
Number 9. Cece thinks Schmidt is fine as is.
What is it, Cecil? What is your name?
You'll learn it, don't worry.
After everything Schmidt put Cece through when he cheated on her, no one could blame her if she never wanted to speak to him again. But somehow, all the drama really does is make their friendship stronger. Cece is even willing to help Schmidt impress his new girlfriend, Fawn.
Ooh, hey, Cece, I'm glad you're here. I need you to put bronzer all over my body. None of the guys are here and they also refuse to do it.
That's true friendship. But when Cece sees the extreme lengths he's willing to go to change himself for her, she speaks up and tells Schmidt that Fawn should appreciate him for who he really is. And if she doesn't, then he should move on.
She needs to accept you exactly how you are, or you need to find somebody that will. Because I think you are fine as is.
Number 8. Hospital confession. When Cece and Schmidt first got together, they made it very clear that it was all just physical. But the only ones they were fooling were themselves. We all knew they were slowly but surely falling in love. But after a pregnancy scare, Cece gets frightened and pushes Schmidt away right into the arms of her roommate, Nadia.
So it goes out with me.
Oh, Nadia,
I think that's a great idea. I mean, that's what you want, right?
Yeah, it's great. Totally cool with me.
Naturally, things get way out of hand, and Schmidt ends up injuring his member after spending the night with her.
What happened?
Yeah, this is embarrassing. I broke my penis.
Who'd have thought that the way to unite Schmidt and Cece was for him to break his penis? When Cece goes to see him in the hospital, she finally confesses that she actually likes Schmidt. It's a beautiful and hilarious moment.
You like me? You like my personality?
I was surprised too.
Oh!
Number 7. Schmidt professes his love. With all of Schmidt's previous player behavior, who would have thought that he was the romantic type? After Cece breaks up with Robbie because she finds out she needs to start having kids soon, Schmidt goes to her and extravagantly professes his feelings.
It was supposed to fly out when you opened up the lid.
What are you doing?
I love you, Cece. And I have been in love with you for so long.
He tells her that he loves her and that he's ready to have kids with her if that's what she wants.
You want to have kids?
Let's go right now. Let's go make a kid. Take your top off.
Schmidt can be a pretty goofy guy, but this is such a sincere and lovely moment. Even though it ended up not working out in his favor, it was amazing to see him put his heart out on the line.
Sorry.
Number 6. Bangsgiving. Realizing that the whole gang is single at the same time, Schmidt concocts a plan to get everyone laid on Thanksgiving by having them all pick dates for each other.
Hey, your plan sounds a little kidnappy. What's the rule on that, Winston?
Gray area. We're good. Winston is in. My man.
When his date for Cece never shows up, she's convinced that he never actually got her a date.
Okay, Schmidt, there is no Jeff. Come on. But to be honest, I'm kind of glad there isn't. You know, Thanksgiving should be spent with the people that you care about.
But when the guy does turn up very late, rather than invite him in, Cece turns him away because she's already having a good time hanging out with Schmidt. There's nothing romantic or sexual about it, it's just the two of them definitively rekindling their friendship. Even when they're apart, they just love each other's company. Number 5. Pregnancy news.
I'm pregnant.
What?
I mean, you're pregnant. We're pregnant.
Cece had been told years ago that the chances of her being able to have kids were very slim and decreasing with every year, which just made it all the more wonderful when we found out Cece was pregnant. In perfect new girl fashion, the magical moment is a complete disaster. Jess answers Cece's phone, and through a hilarious chain of events, the whole gang finds out before Cece.
Cece is pregnant?
Winston's married to Cece.
Winston Bishop.
Cece's pregnant. Cece's pregnant. Oh my God, Cece's pregnant, everybody!
Oh my God.
Seeing Schmidt standing there in the house full of flowers is enough to bring tears to your eyes.
I wanted to buy you flowers, but I couldn't pick out which ones, so.
After years of mistakes, friendship, agony, and love, they truly deserve the happy ending they always wanted.
It's a caramel miracle.
Number 4. The airport. As much as we love seeing Schmidt and Cece together as a couple, the times when they're true friends to each other are just as unforgettable. In this episode, Cece and Schmidt hang out together at the airport while waiting for their flights home for the holidays.
Could we just get 2 guest passes, please?
Of course.
Thank you.
That's a real thing, guest passes?
Yes, sir.
Okay. It's a debit card?
Cece helps Schmidt achieve his dream of getting into the first class lounge, and he even meets someone who he initially sees as a possible version of his future self.
Robert Goodwin. All right. Schmidt.
Mind if I sit? Please, go ahead.
But when that future self proves to be a bigger douchebag than Schmidt ever was, Schmidt defends Cece's honor and tells the guy off in a hilarious speech, showing us exactly what she really means to him.
Nassau County! Billy Joel one more time. Piano Man! Good night, Saigon! That's a sad one.
Number 3. Moving in. The long-awaited time has come. Cece is finally moving into the loft. But just as she's about to finish up her packing, she gets some last-minute marriage jitters.
Oh my God, Jess, I'm getting married.
Are you having second thoughts?
No, I know I want to marry Schmidt more than anything in the world. It's just everything is gonna change, and I am scared.
And she's too scared to talk to Schmidt about it. Naturally, Jess just can't help herself from meddling in the situation and gets Cece to tell Schmidt what's going on.
You gotta call Schmidt.
All right.
He steps up by doing all the packing himself and tells Cece that he's also scared of taking such a big step. He assures her that they love each other, so they'll just be scared together. The gesture is not just a symbol of how much they've grown together, but also the kind of marriage we can expect from them, full of trust and understanding.
We'll be scared together, and we'll be really happy together, too.
Number 2. The proposal. After years of trial and error in their relationship, Schmidt is about to give up forever and finally move on. That is, until Jess tells him that Cece still loves him. He's on his way out the door to go find her, but she's already there on her way to see him.
Cece!
Standing in the doorway, they both profess their love for each other.
I'm in love with you.
Really?
Yeah, it's kind of stupid how much I'm in love with you.
Schmidt recounts the story of when they first met, talks about how much their friendship means to him, gets down on one knee, and asks Cece to marry him.
Cecilia Parikh.
Oh God, you're gonna say something stupid, aren't you?
Girl, will you marry me?
Would you please shut up? I can't hear the answer.
She says yes, of course. It's not just one of Schmidt and Cece's best moments. It is hands down one of the most beautiful moments of the whole show.
We're getting married!
Before we unveil our top pick, here are a few honorable mentions. First, Hookup.
What is happening out there?
Stop.
What?
Because if somebody can I'm gonna say that you drugged me, and it's my word against yours, okay?
Pregnancy scare.
You are an amazing woman, and you're going to do and be so many things in this life. Maybe you'll be a mom, and maybe not. But I will support you no matter what.
Bride and groom.
The two of you together on that horse, you kind of look like a bride and a groom.
I will throw you off of this horse with my bare hands. I will.
Cece calls off her wedding.
This isn't what I want. What I want is to be with someone else.
Schmidt performs a Bollywood dance. Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1. The wedding.
For the first time, I see what the rest of my life looks like.
The only thing that can possibly top Schmidt and Cece's engagement is the wedding day itself. In an attempt to get Cece's reluctant mom to the wedding, Schmidt gets stuck on a plane right before the festivities.
They said we're gonna be stuck on the tarmac for hours.
You're screaming in my ear.
Now, that's motherhood, lady. Get used to it.
He ends up missing the whole thing, but the whole gang, including Cece's mom, waits up for him to get home. They surprise him with a low-key wedding all set up in the loft.
You want to get married?
I don't think that I can wait another second.
After 5 very long years of anticipation, we finally get to see Schmidt and Cece get married in a combination Jewish-Indian wedding. Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from MsMojo. And be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.